The Greenside Gardens Estate WhatsApp group was always buzzing. From lost cats to unpaid service charges, to stray dogs spotted in someone's compound. It was a constant battlefield. But nothing had ever sparked as much curiosity as Jirani Mysterious, the silent wealthy neighbor in house number 7. He changed vehicles as often as he changed his clothes. Nobody had seen him up close for 2 years. No chama meetings, no Sunday barbecues, no idle gossip at the gate. He just never spoke to anyone except the caretaker. Despite the curious neighbors peeping from their doors and over the fence at him, he kept his cool. He always parked his black Range Rover Sport in his spot, always avoiding greetings and conversations. "Huyo ni mtu wa gava?" asked Auntie Lucy, the self-appointed chairlady. "Ama ni mkora wa forex trading?" Kamau from Block B wondered. "Maybe ni wa Illuminati. Those people don't mingle with us normal people," chimed in Jerry the beautician, her voice filled with delicious scandal. The speculations grew wilder by the day. Ever since the neighbor's brand new car had been stolen during the infamous coronavirus lockdown, the estate members had met and decided to be vigilant. Conspiracy theories were tossed around. Something had to be done. A meeting was convened, and the great Operation Mchunguze was born. The group devised a 3-step plan. Musa the caretaker will be bribed with Nyama Choma to release any estate CCTV footage. Mama Tasha, who conveniently sold vegetables and mandazis at the estate gate and saw all visitors coming into the estate, would track the mystery man's visitors. Sonia, the neighborhood Gen Z, would try to find information about him on the socials. By the end of the week, results started trickling in. Nothing useful from the CCTV footage. The guy always moved like a shadow. 0 visitors, not even from family. Social media also drew a blank. The only KJ, the initials on the house rental forms, was a DJ in Rongai. They were about to give up and report to the local police station. The man was an enigma, as far as they were concerned. One evening, a white Toyota van pulled up into the estate. The driver, a man in a black hoodie and jeans, stepped out shaking the surroundings cautiously. He carried a medium-sized padlocked metal box. He seemed lost and confused. He moved towards house number 7, pulled out his phone, and spoke one word. The door was opened, and the tall, dark, handsome gentleman went out to meet the visitor. Without greetings, he moved to the van, took another big black box, and moved along with the hooded visitor. The estate delivery boda rider Karanja, a slim, sharp-eyed man in his late 20s, missed nothing. He too had been warned to be on the lookout. He had followed the strange van on his motorbike. He noticed the strange behavior of the 2 men. When they arrived at the door, the visitor gave the box he was carrying to the mysterious man and left without a word. Speculations were rife, but unfounded. Then one dark moonless night, something strange happened. It was at exactly 1:37 a.m. when Mama Tony, a non-light sleeper, heard a strange sound. She moved outside and saw a convoy of black, tinted and marked SUVs slowly moving into the estate. The vehicles made no sound as they moved slowly towards house number 7. The drivers parked right outside house number 7. Men in suits stepped out, their movements swift and precise. Mama Tony snapped several shots and took a short video and sent them to the WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp group exploded. "Buddha, huyu jamani ghost," Kamau shared, adding a surprised emoji. "Nani ako na binoculars?" Shiro asked. "Hawa ni DCI, FBI ama Illuminati initiation?" Auntie Lucy texted. Then just as quickly as they came, the cars disappeared into the night. The estate was left with more questions than answers. Fueled by curiosity and poor decision making, the estate members decided to take their investigations further. One day, when their neighbor went for his routine evening jog, they decided to break in their efforts to unravel the mystery. The house was immaculate, but eerily minimalistic. No family photos, no personal items. Just a laptop, stacks of files, and a huge safe. Bro, huyu ni hitman, Kamau whispered, his eyes wide. Auntie Lucy was on the lookout to warn them so they would not be found by the owner, in case he came back unexpectedly. They had been there barely for 3 minutes when Musa's phone rang with a loud ringtone. He always put it on the highest volume. The ringtone echoed through the walls. Before they could react, they heard footsteps. Who's there? A deep voice echoed. They bolted out so fast that even Eliud Kipchoge would have been proud of their efforts. The next morning, the estate was abuzz with whispers. But things took a darker turn. Musa noticed something unusual just outside his house near the caretaker station. A white envelope addressed to him was placed on the front porch of his house. He opened it, and inside was a single message. Stop snooping, or else. Had the mysterious man seen them? Shaken, he called Kamau over. Bro, he ni serious, he said, handing Kamau the note. Kamau's bravado crumbled. Maze, I think we messed with the wrong guy. That same evening, 2 men in black were seen walking around the estate. They didn't speak to anyone, just surveyed the area, then disappeared. The following day, Auntie Lucy instructed everyone to lay low. Tension grew in the estate, especially because they were guilty of breaking and entering. But then the most bizarre thing happened that night. At exactly midnight, the power in the entire estate went off. Not just a blackout. This was precise, selective, and it lasted for only 15 minutes. When the lights flickered back on, house number 7 was different. The usual well-lit compound was dark. The Range Rover Sport was gone. When Kamau peeped over the fence the next morning, the house looked abandoned. That morning, Mama Tasha noticed a brand new handwritten note pinned on the front board of her shop. She squinted at it before gasping dramatically. The note, written in neat, bold handwriting, read, To my curious neighbors, join me for tea this Saturday evening. Your former neighbor, house number 7, 7 p.m. The group chat exploded with comments, but all agreed to attend. Auntie Lucy nearly dropped her shopping bag when she got the news at the gate. Kamau rubbed his chin thoughtfully. Shiro let out a scandalized, "What?" By 7 p.m., the entire estate had gathered, whispering different theories. They were about to give up when the tall, dark, handsome man joined them. His presence commanded silence. His eyes were calm, calculating, and dangerous. "My name is Kevin Juma," he began, "and I know you've been watching me." A collective gasp spread across the group. You want the truth? They couldn't believe themselves. The tea they had wanted for so long was being served right there, hot and spicy. I used to work for an international witness protection program. The people you saw that night before you broke into my house were from Interpol. I testified against a powerful cartel. My life is constantly at risk. That's why I keep a low profile. That's why I don't engage. Not because I am a criminal, but because I escaped them. Mouths hung open with surprise. Jirani Mysterious was a retired intelligence officer, living under the radar after exposing a high-profile corruption scandal. Auntie Lucy cleared her throat. So hakuna Illuminati? She asked. Kevin laughed heartily. No, Auntie Lucy. No Illuminati. Just survival. Then he continued. And now, because of your curiosity, I have to leave. My cover is blown. A wave of guilt washed over the estate members. But if I ever come back, and if you ever see another neighbor who keeps to themselves, maybe don't investigate too much, he added with a smirk. Some secrets are better left buried. Greenside Gardens had changed, and nobody ever spoke about the incident again. Would you like another interesting story? Subscribe to Walnut Stories and like my channel. Turn on the notifications button so you know as soon as I post the next video. Please share it with others so they can enjoy it too. See you in the next Walnut Story. Bye!